workout.
Keep pretting dinner jacket.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Sean here from Hammerhead. I got this character here with me tonight, Mr. Gordy. I just put a link on here to the first video, the introduction video we did for the new channel, which we are calling I Am Man. So when you guys get in here, if you would get on there and go over to our new channel and subscribe, those that want to continue the journey on to learn about common law and to learn about our path going forward, get on there and click on that link. And we're just going to wait for a few people to join us, and we'll have our little blurb about what we've been doing, what we've been up to, kind of deal. You guys probably know what I've been up to because I've posted a few videos and whatnot. But in any case, we've got that new channel going. We did an introduction video, and we're going to start putting some content on there. So we would appreciate it if you guys would go over and give us a like and subscribe if you want to learn more about common law. Like, it's the path forward. I mean, I really believe that. We live our lives in the private, Gordy and I. We've decided we don't want to live it the other way. We want to live in the private. So, and you have every right to do that. And so we're all about the education and about the learning. And how boring. I was reading days worth of revocable common law trust and trust law and stuff. I mean, it doesn't get any drier than that. But I mean, I've been reading that stuff because I know it's important, and I know it is the path forward for what we want to do. And actually, a friend of Gordy's who knows a lot about common law said that the path forward in common law is trust law. So if you learn what goes on inside of trusts, that is what it is. That is the bread and butter of it. So I've been trying to educate myself on that. I'm gonna order a book on Amazon here on revocable common law trusts, and just get educated and find out as much information as I can. But
Yeah, there's a lot of golden tickets, really, for lack of a better term. Like, once you realize all the fraud that's been taking place in our lifetime, uh, and then first off recognizing it, and then they're finding the avenues to right it and fix it. They're really like golden tickets, and there's nothing better than living free of this whole, ridiculous system that they say controls us, right?
pile from that, what a cheap education. What are they charging now at university to learn nothing, right? To get a degree
Yeah,
in basket weaving.
yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
This
Um,
just gets you outside of the system, gets you away from all the corporate bullshit. You know, like so, I am man. We won't be talking about what's going on in the world. We're not going to be. That's not what the focus
yeah,
of that whole channel
it'll
is
be.
about.
We won't be talking about the
Strictly common law
any of
education.
the stuff that goes on in the House of Commons or
No,
any of that other stuff that like
no,
the inquiry or any of that.
no, none of that stuff. It's basically just it's common law education, and if there's any reference made to anything, it's going to be used as an example to show you what we mean and when we're doing this, right?
It's consider it to be online night school
Yeah,
because that's essentially what it is.
yeah,
Like when Gordy and I grew up, uh, when we were like I was first learning to be a mechanic and learning the trades, we used to have these night classes, and you could pay a certain amount of money, and if you wanted to learn welding, let's say you took a night course, so that was done from like 7 p.m. until 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, like once or twice a week, and you go in, you pay your money, and you get so many hours welding or whatever it was, and you used to do those types of things because it was education on your own time, and that was the best way to get yourself up to speed for what you needed to know, right? And but it just seems nowadays like a lot of folks don't want to be bothered learning anything new. I mean, of course you don't know anything about it when you start out, but it doesn't stay that way. If it did, nobody would ever learn a trade. Nobody would ever master an instrument. No, nobody would do anything if they didn't take the time to learn things. So life is a journey, and that part of it is true. But unfortunately, we've all been fed a bunch of hogwash. We've been fed the wrong information. So it's not. It's obviously not going to be easy to reset your brain in order to go in and relearn things. Right? I to say it's like having be like having a stroke and learning how to talk again or how to walk all over again. Right? And it's very similar to that.
same thing. You got to realize, like I was talking to a lady the other day that was upset at herself, and like we're under decades of indoctrination, and then when you start to realize it, and then all of a sudden you fell back into the trap again. Just a simple traffic stop, and you give them the license, and you go through their procedures, and you're met like, why did I do that? Like, you can't be too hard on yourself because we got to unlearn everything that
Yeah.
they taught us, and then relearn the proper scenarios, right? And it's not about being crazy people just going out there and not paying no attention to nothing. That's the key. That's one of the keys. Some people say that kind of stuff on here, but that's it. It's about being responsible people living freely. That's what it's about.
Hey, shout out to the back door. Hi guys. Hi boys. Sam here. Hey Sam. And Turbo Tom 416. Hello guys. What's going on tonight? Whereabouts in the world are you fellas from? I don't recognize that. Turbo Tom, I think I've seen you before. Backdoor, I haven't seen you. But anyway, yeah, it's important, I think, especially now with the weight of things that's coming down on everybody, to learn new things, and to get some sort of ideas how we get ourselves out of this mess, right? And a lot of what we talk about is common law, and it applies to a lot of areas. For sure, Canada, the United States, for sure, the United Kingdom,
Yeah.
and all the other Commonwealth, a lot of the Commonwealth countries still operate under a common law system, even though it's been hidden, and it's hidden in plain sight, and for a reason, because they have this new lovely system that they, you know, make a lot of money off of, right? But anyway, Ohio, Turbo Tom says he's from Ohio. Right on. You got snow over there yet? Imagine you probably do. I know you guys get good winters in Ohio. We're in Nova Scotia, and it's the 12th of December or 11th of December. We still don't have any snow, knock on wood.
Yeah,
And
really,
we're not complaining about it. Trust us.
No,
Canada, we get plenty of winter, but there's more than enough going along for everybody. But anyway, yeah, so if you guys are interested in learning about common law and learning about what we have to teach, I'd appreciate it if you go over to that link I put up there. I'll put it up again. I think I still have it saved. And go over there and subscribe to the channel and throw us off a comment on our introduction video that we did there, just so we know who you are. And we're going to be spending a lot of our own personal time working on this. And we're not going to be getting any money for doing it. So we appreciate it if you guys would share the channel with like-minded freedom folks. It would help us tremendously. And we appreciate all that. We got a really great bunch of people on this channel. But unfortunately, this platform is probably not going to be too long for the tooth, especially if they have their way with the censorship bill, which they're trying to do right now. So we're going to go on as long as we can. We're already in the process of moving to other platforms. I do have a Rumble channel. It's called Iron Crow 1972 at rumble.com. Gordy has a channel. It's Angry Scotian on BitChute.com. So you can find us there. Jess Hunt, hello. Hey, Jess. But anyway, like I said, we're going to keep this channel around as long as we can, but we did start that other channel, and it's called I Am Man. And the whole process of that channel is going to be about teaching common law basics.
Yeah.
And eventually not just basics, but things that you can do in your everyday life.
Yeah. More in depth, yeah. And we're going to be laying out the groundwork and doing some bigger things to try to launch this. I mean, it's growing across the country. More people. That's one of the benefits of everything that's been going on. Is more people are waking up to their own natural, inherent rights. There's all kinds of people on different social media platforms that are talking about it that I never seen talking about it before. So it's becoming more prevalent. I guess not mainstream yet, but we got some plans that hopefully can really shed a light on it nationwide.
It's going to free a lot of people, and it's not only is it going to free your mind, but it's going to free your wallets too. A lot of you.
Yeah. There's some massive savings that will take place, and there's nothing wrong with anything. It's all lawful. It's all responsible. Everything that we're talking about, it's just showing you how to deal with it properly. That's the key. I don't know why we decide we want to share this with people. I guess it's just our nature.
Well, we feel a need to get behind it, man. It's information that even 50 years ago was widely known by a lot of folks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, those folks are gone now, and they didn't pass the information on. So we know the information because we study it, right? I've been studying common law for a decade, and I don't know everything about it, but I know a lot about it. And we're in the process now of moving it through the courts. We're going to show you guys that situation, how that's done, and we're going to learn together in that as far as that goes. But we have a lot we can teach in the meantime. This isn't something where you're just learning so you can go after your trust and get a whole bunch of money. This is something you're gonna start living your life this way. It's a life change, right?
Yeah.
So we decided we don't want to live as legal persons anymore. We want to be men, and we want to be men. We want to live as flesh and blood man in the lawful world, not in
Yeah.
the legal world.
Right. And then that's where you're free, and they don't have the control over you that they think they have. All assumptions and presumptions and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's the gist of it. Like we just and I guess we just feel like it's a bit of a calling. Like we take this upon it. We don't need to be doing this.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like we can take care of ourselves.
Yep.
We can go through this and live freely in our own life and be fine. But for whatever reason, it just seems to be in us to want to bring it to the public and those that resonate with it and help you achieve the same freedom, the same level of freedom, right?
Anonymous UN Declaration of Human Rights. No, that's wrong. You don't want to be a human. Okay, because you don't understand exactly what that means.
There's pieces in there that you utilize that
Right.
we'll get into, right? And
To be a human being is not something you want to be in common law.
when you use the Declaration of Human Rights, one of the things in there that you can use is waiving your right to be seen as a legal person. I think that's Article 6 in that declaration.
And that gets rid of all their assumptions and presumptions that you are operating that way.
Because that's the jurisdiction they're operating on, the legal system.
Hi, Christina.
Corporation. And you're not in their jurisdiction as a legal. Also, figuring it out as we go, and with that declaration.
Smash us a like on here. Yeah, jabbering tonight.
So
So
one thing you got to remember too, even with that United Nations Declaration, is people got to realize that who has the authority to say what your rights are, and who written them pieces of paper, and what gives them the authority to say these are your rights as opposed to these are your rights. Your rights, you're born with your rights
Right.
inherently.
Yep.
From the time you take your first breath, and it's not.
and some people call it natural law, and it's the same thing, really.
Right.
Common law, natural law. There's no real differences.
No.
It's all schematic. It's schematics. It's semantics. It's all like smoke and mirrors. The differences.
Basically, what we're born with, right? And that's it.
Unalienable rights.
Yeah.
Rights you were born with.
Yeah.
Right.
And any rights on a piece of paper, they don't have no validity to that because whoever wrote that piece of paper has no authority to administer rights over a living man or a woman. It's that simple.
Turbo Tom says, "Can I just be a free man?" Yes, but avoid that word. As a man, you're already free.
Right.
Brother, you don't need to put that free man in your title or anything. As a man, you're assumed and presumed to be free until proven otherwise.
Yeah. In the U.S., oftentimes they look at that as an enemy of the state when you use that term like free man or sovereign man or free man.
They look at you like almost like you're a terrorist.
So
right?
basically, you're just a man. That's it.
Yeah, you only need to
No
be a
more,
man.
no less.
And by man, I mean I include womanhood in
That's
that as
right.
well. A man means woman too,
Man
right?
or a woman, no more, no less.
You don't want to be anything else more or less. And see, the reason why people lose in common law is because they get too twisted up in all the terminology.
Complicating the
They're trying to switch between legal and lawful and legal and lawful and legal and lawful. They're putting big lawyer words that they saw on TV, and then they're trying to. It doesn't need to be complicated. In fact, simple is better.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So that's just a simple little example, right? Yep. Can I be a free man? Well, you are free already.
Anonymous, I include firearms. Well, listen, you were born with the right to include whatever you want. Whatever is property means whatever is inclusive to your person. Okay, so something in which you enjoy solely, that's yours, and that can be the sweat off your brow or anything that you've done by laboring your body. It can be anything you wish it to be. It doesn't have to be anything in specific, right?
Yeah. Property doesn't necessarily mean material. Property is everything. Property can be children, everything. Your children
Anything.
are your property.
Well, they are technically
In common law.
they're your biological property for sure,
that's
right?
They're your property, not children, not kids, not any of them terms. And that's why you got to stay from the terminology because all those terms are used against us, unbeknownst to us.
Kathy Sharp says, in other words, stick to the word of God. Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's where your rights come from the day you were born.
Yep.
You're born with them inherently. It has nothing to do with any man, government, anybody out there that's writing up these papers or changing them or statutes or bylaws or Bill C this or Bill that or It doesn't matter, United States, Canada, it doesn't matter. There's a big movement in the U.S.
Yeah.
Man. There's lots of people doing this stuff, and there's more and more happening in Canada.
Mortgage does equal death pledge. You're right, Anonymous. That's exactly what it means.
Yep. All those things, all these bills that we get, all this stuff. There's so much out there that we've starting to uncover and realize, and the fraud is massive.
So if you're interested in learning more from Gordy and I about common law, can you go to this link that I just put up and go subscribe to our new channel? It's called I Am Man. A few minutes ago, we just put up an introductory video there. You should just go and click on that video, give it a thumbs up or a comment or something, and that way we'll know to look for you folks that wish to continue on this journey with us. You boys are being shadow banned from me, Darcy. Yeah, we know, Darcy. We're being censored hard, and there's a reason for that. You got to ask yourself, why would anybody want to censor two fine-looking fellows like us, right? Like, why would they want to do that? Are we preaching anything bad to you folks? We never have said anything bad on this channel about anything. All we do is tell you the truth, right? I guess that is considered bad nowadays. Is to say something truthful
in our inverted reality. So the other thing is too, we're gonna when we do this, it'll be in segments, right? And we'll focus on this particular part of it and move forward and how it grows from there. But trying to keep it as simple as possible, as clear and simple as possible for people to understand. And I guess if you have questions, you're gonna have to ask them, and so on and so forth on the channel. But that's the way one of the things that I hear people saying, can you make it so it's not complicated? Well, it really isn't complicated, and I think the problem is people complicate it themselves
in their brains,
right? Because the legal system is so complicated, and that's what we think this has to be in order to work, and it doesn't. It's very simple. So we're just going to try to make it as simple as we can, and then take it from there. And we don't know everything, right? That's the other thing. We don't know everything. We're learning as well as everybody else, and we're just teaching you what we learned. And then we're going to show you with our own actions moving forward how it applies, like I said, and just doing the best.
Kim Dixon's on here tonight. Hello, Kim. Greetings from Nova Scotia to New Brunswick. Hope you're doing well. And we're just going to show you guys what we know, right? And you can choose to believe us or not believe us, or you can choose to go do your own research, or you can choose to look at some of the things we tell you to look at, or you can choose not to.
That's the biggest thing, right? Nobody's asking you to believe us. Open the book and look yourself. The information's out there. Like, you can find it yourself, right? You're gonna read it differently than we read it. Everybody's perception is different. We all come together and we figure it out. But you don't have to believe us, but go look, or don't. It's okay.
If you think we're full of crap, then call us out. We're fine with that.
You can still live in the legal world where they control every aspect of your life, and you need a license to do everything in this entire place. So if you want to live that way because you're used to it, that's fine too. No judgment. Oh,
just as a cue for you guys looking for the new channel, the picture on the channel is William Wallace off the movie Braveheart when he's in half blue and the paint. That's the picture for the channel. We're going to put a banner and all that up there to make it look pretty later, but right now we just thought we'd get it up and running.
Yeah.
So Darcy Martins is our first subscriber. Thanks, Darcy. Appreciate that.
Yeah, and share it out, right? Share the link out, get people interested. I know I've got a bunch of people waiting for me to release it, so I'll be releasing that, on my own social media today or this evening. That's what we're doing. We're all in this together, so try to connect with all the other like-minded people across the country. Maybe we'll have some of them come in and do a chat with us. Some of the other people that we know all across the country that are doing the same thing. And I mean all across the country, in Ontario and in Alberta and British Columbia.
We know folks
all over the place.
So if anyone wants to say common law doesn't work, well, I can prove to them it does. Yeah. I know people that have pushed cases through and have been very successful doing it.
It does. It just they don't want it to become mainstream. They don't want people knowing because they don't want you to know you got your rights. They want you to stay in their system where they control you.
Darcy Martin says, sadly, I've been asked not to share by people I know. Well, I mean, if they don't want to open their brain to new information, then God bless them. Good luck to you.
Everybody has a choice.
Right?
Free will, right? Everybody has a choice. And people will reach their own level at some point, or some people never do. I mean, you can see what's going on today. without even going into detail. Everybody has choices, and people are making choices, and they're turning out not to be the right choices. But they all have the choice. People didn't lose their job because the government forced anything. People left their job because they chose not to do something.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the twist. So no, there's always a choice.
The choice might not be something you are comfortable with,
Right.
nor may it be something you're happy about. In fact, usually hard choices are neither of those. And it's probably the most uncomfortable choice, but it's still a choice.
Yeah.
And it's still one you're going to have to make,
And
right?
you grow more from the most uncomfortable choices. That's the truth. That's always been the truth in everything in life. And we're not telling you this is going to be an easy choice. Living in the
Oh,
free,
it ain't.
it's
Darcy
probably going
Martin
to be
says,
quite difficult.
here's what Darcy says. She goes, ironically, I've been hearing the words common law quite a bit lately, even at the inquiry. You want to know why you're hearing a lot about common law? Because it's starting to find its way out into the public realm. People are searching it up. It's one of the most common searches on YouTube or on Google now.
Yep.
But you're never going to find anything about common law, nothing real on Google. You got to search Dogpile or one of those other search engines. But always remember that if you're really looking for the truth, don't go there. Right?
No, no,
That's all I'm going to say about that because
they'll tell you it's something that doesn't exist,
they
used to
they own this
exist, or
they own this
whatever.
platform, so I
Right.
can't say too much.
Yeah. But anyway, it's real, and like people have a right to do whatever they want. If they don't like it, that's fine. But it's taken over, and the reason it's taken over is because we're controlled, and some people are just aren't designed to be controlled.
They don't want to. Shake the shackles off, so to speak, because it means you're going to have to make some really tough decisions about your life to handle, right?
Yeah.
But that again is a choice.
In the short term, breaking the mold, it's going to be an uphill battle. And anybody I ever talk to about that wants to do anything, I tell them the truth. I'm not saying this is easy. It's simple.
It is simple.
It's simple, but it's not easy. And the only reason it isn't easy is because the powers that be are going to make it difficult.
Yeah.
Because they don't want us knowing this.
Definitely the hard road.
They don't want us utilizing this stuff to protect ourselves. So that's the truth. So that's all we can be is as transparent and truthful as we can be.
People hate making decisions, really. No kidding, they do. Just look at the mess we're in. If we had made some decisions 10 or 15 years ago, we probably wouldn't be in the mess we're in.
It's much easier to comply, especially when it doesn't affect you or it doesn't seem to affect you drastically right at that point in time.
Right.
It's much easier to go along. But by the time people realize it is affecting them, and oftentimes it's too late for them. I just chose not to.
So here's the link again to our new channel on YouTube. It's called I Am Man. It's all about common law teaching, and we're going to have a lot of our subject matter on that channel. Yeah. Those of you that want to come along for the journey, come join us. We'd love to have you on board. Share it with those that are interested in common law, and give us a like, give us a comment, and support us. We're not making any money off of doing this. We're doing this all on our free will and on our free time.
When we get a little bit more tech savvy, we'll be able to figure out how to send out notifications
right.
of upcoming shows and so on and so forth. So people won't have to try to figure out when we're on or catch us later. That's not that difficult, but we'll figure that out too and give you a heads up.
Jesse Hunt, lost my job, no electricity, snow at the moment, got the fireplace going, kids and I sleeping by the fireplace. We're alive and unjabbed. Well, God bless you, Jess. We'll definitely be saying a prayer for you for sure. And stay strong and don't worry about it. It will work out.
There's many in that position, man. I live in an RV and I'm not ready for winter. My furnace don't work and I'm scrambling and my car broke this week and that's not starting. I'm scrambling around trying to figure all this out. All this stuff is by design. So you got two options. You can let it break you or you can make it utilize it to strengthen.
Don't let it break you. And think about our ancestors. They lived just fine without electricity.
Be thankful that you've got the wood heat.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? Because in a lot of places, they won't even allow that anymore.
They're trying to say that it's illegal to own a wood stove.
So be thankful that you have that because they don't control you lighting that fire. And at least you're staying warm.
Yeah. And wood heat is a great thing. I've got a wood stove going right now. I got logs on fire right here, and it's 29 degrees in here right now. It's a little warm. I have a window that's wide open here in the living room. Hey, everybody, look at all the people that are showing up here now. We got Gary, we got Kathy Sharp, we got Kim Dixon, we got Jess Hunt, we got Anonymous, we got Kevin Harrington. Hi, Kevin. I know what you're doing is a great thing and much needed for people to hear. My son introduced me to use. You have the patience and knowledge. Keep up the good fight. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. OCG, old car guy. Hey, how you doing, bud? How's life in New Brunswick? Any snow over there yet? Same here. Couldn't do it without my wood stove. Yeah, wood heat is nice. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's the nicest form of heat there is. If you're really cold and you get a wood fire going, it's not long before that heat sinks right into your bones, and you start feeling warm again, right? None yet, he says. That's Jason over at Old Car Guy there. Cool, buddy. I'm hoping we don't have any until the new year's. Is my hope, or later. It can hold off as long as it wants, pal.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't have any snow tires on my rig this year. It was a decision I made. It's between that and fixing my Harley, so I decided to fix that instead. But I'm sure I'll probably regret it right now. But I won't in the spring when I'm riding it, I hope. Just got a wood stove myself, Charlotte County RC. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, you don't. How they get you is they say that you can't be insured. There's a lot of house insurance companies won't insure a place with a wood heat, with a wood system, if you can believe that.
Yeah. Part of the collusion that's going on with all the fraud.
It's so pathetic of them to do that.
It's all about control. That's it. Simple.
Just be smart about it. You don't even need their insurance, right? I don't have insurance. I don't need it. Like, not for that. I know what I'm doing. You know, if I screw up and burn the place to the ground, it's because I was dumb, essentially, right? I did something I shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, the way Gordy and I grew up, and a lot of you guys I'm sure can connect with this, is when you do everything the hard way, you get the exam before you get the lesson, right? So that's how we grew up, right? Yeah. School of hard knocks, call it whatever you want. But we always got the exam before we got the lesson. And the way we're trying to do it with this channel is we're trying to give you guys the lesson before you get the exam. It's the opposite.
Yeah.
Right? That way it won't be a shock to you, and you'll be prepared for how to handle it.
Yeah, and you'll have the opportunity to make your own choices.
Yep.
If you want to completely live in the free and live in the private as a man or a woman, that's up to you. You don't have to. You can still take the knowledge with you, but you'll have at some point in time with the knowledge, you'll make the choice. I'm sure you will. Everybody does. Once you start understanding what we're talking about and what's going on, you'll take the leap.
Kim Dixon says, in order for me to ensure my off-grid, I have to have New Brunswick Power Mask on my house to write an alternative. Yeah, that's pathetic. Control. You don't need electric heat. You could use a propane backup heat system. If they're going to start throwing that one, then just get a second wood stove. Right?
Control, man.
You know, just go get a Mr. Buddy heater at Cabela's, and that's your backup heat source.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have any right to tell you how you heat your home. I mean, come on, right? Come on.
Yeah, they do this all the time, and it's all collusion. Every one of them is collusion. The power companies, the insurance companies, the government. They're all tied together.
Yeah.
So everything's connected.
Yeah. So, but anyway, it won't keep you too long, guys. We just thought we'd jump on here and say hi to you folks. Smash the like button if you would. If you want to go check out our new channel, I'll provide the link once more here. Go over and check it out. It's called I Am Man, and it's all about teachings in common law and some remedies for getting your life in order. If you wish to live as a man or a woman and live in the private rather than in the public, we can show you how to do that, because we both live that way.
Yeah.
And that's what that channel is about. But thank you guys for coming on. And especially the lady with no electricity and stuff. Just hang tough. Things are going to change, right? And we'll definitely say some prayers to help you guys out.
Everybody out there do that for that lady.
Yeah, because we all easily could be in that position, and some of us don't even realize that you're only just a hair's breadth away from being in that position, or worse. Maybe you had kids and you didn't have a heat source like a wood stove. Right? Then where would you be, right? You'd probably have CPS or somebody knocking on your door to try and gain ownership of your property. And you'd have to make a claim against them of a trespass.
I'm going to tell you guys, if you're interested in this stuff and you really want to know where we're going with this, and you really want to know how to get yourself righted and so on and so forth, you're going to want to be subscribed to the channel. there's stuff that's we're gonna talk about. We're actually
It's gonna
doing
blow your mind.
that. Yeah, it's gonna give you so much more ability and power to stand in your own truth. Like it's beyond anything. It's not just gonna be a simple educational introduction.
No,
Like we're actually taking action steps moving forward to make this real as rain.
we're gonna show you some real remedies in real time,
Yeah.
right?
Yep,
And
there's some
that's what
big
it's
things
about.
coming, and we're not going to let the cat out of the bag tonight. We both know what
Yeah,
we're talking
yep.
about, but we're going to keep that under a hat for the time being. But you're going to see some pretty incredible steps taken that every one of you is going to have the opportunity to take part in.
Yeah. And we can tell you how to do it
Right?
because we're doing it. So what we'll tell you the steps involved and how to do it if you want to do it.
Yeah, it's that simple. So yeah, if you really want to know how to get yourself away from this and live free, you're going to want to be part of this.
So anyway, have a good night, everybody. God bless all you guys. If we'll get on here again before Christmas, but be good to people as good as you can be.
Just
I
let
know.
me get my camper ready for winter.
Yeah, Gordy's got to get
Starting to
winterized.
get cold.
It's starting to get cold, is right, and we got to get that thing winterized. And he's also got a couple vehicles that aren't running at the moment that we have to dig into. So, in any case, we're all busy, we're all doing things, but be as good as you can to everybody around you. Realize that some people are going through hard times, and you know nothing about it. So don't judge, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't know. Maybe it's something that they're just on the edge of just saying the hell with it and throwing in the towel, right? So don't judge.
Don't take anything personal.
Don't take it personal and be as good as you can be and be your best person every day you can, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, peace out, guys. Love all you guys.
Much love.
See you on the new channel. Cheers.